Welcome to this tutorial on how to find information using Academic Search Complete, one of the many databases available at the Wichita State University Libraries. You can access Academic Search Complete from the library homepage at libraries.wichita.edu. From the homepage, simply click here on the Electronic Databases link, which will take you to an alphabetical listing of all of our databases. Now, as Academic Search Complete starts with A, you don't actually have to click on any of the letters here. We just have to scroll down until we find it here on the listings. It's right here near the top. We click here and we get to access it. Now, one of the key differences between Academic Search Complete and most of our databases is its scope. Most of our databases are what might be described as subject specific. That means that they provide very deep coverage of a single subject such as psychology or sociology. Academic Search Complete, in contrast, is a general subject database. This means that when you search for a topic using this database, your results will be taken not only from academic journals covering a wide variety of disciplines, ranging from chemistry to poetry, but also from newspapers, magazines, and other media sources. What's the benefit of using such a broad tool? Well, some research topics cover multiple academic disciplines, which makes searching one broad-based database more efficient than searching multiple single-subject databases. Also, the inclusion of news and popular periodicals can help a researcher see what the popular perception was of a specific topic. Finally, if you're just beginning to research an area and haven't yet settled on a specific topic for research, Academic Search Complete can provide you with an idea of what kind of research is being done in an area across multiple disciplines. So having clicked on the link from the library homepage, here we are on the advanced search page of Academic Search Complete. Now please keep in mind, if you are trying to access this database from off campus, you will be prompted to input your Shocker ID and password before getting to this page. So let's do some research. Let's assume for a moment that we're interested in doing a paper on the current drought in California. So what you can do to start out here in the search boxes, we can input, let's see here, California, and you'll notice right away Academic Search Complete provides us with some suggested search terms, one of which is California drought. Now if you select this, it's going to immediately search for what's in those search terms, and you'll see immediately you get everything it has on California and drought, which in this case is about 550 hits. Well, that's great, but of course there's been more than one drought in the history of California, and your professor only wants you to use peer-reviewed articles. So how do we limit what our results are? Well, if you look here on the left-hand side, we have a couple of different menu options that we can use to limit our results. The first thing here, if we look, we have scholarly peer-reviewed journals. Okay, click on this limiter, and we cut it down to 80 articles. Now we're just dealing with articles that are peer-reviewed, dealing with the California drought. Well, that's great, but as I've pointed out, California's had numerous droughts in its history, and we have articles here going back to 1983. Okay, if we want to deal with just the current California drought, we should probably move the publication date limiter forward. In this case, let's move it forward to about 2010, okay? And that's pretty good. It cuts us down to about 37 results, all peer-reviewed. So as we browse these results, we can look down here. You can see one of the other neat benefits of Academic Search Complete. It provides previews here, thumbnails, of the various visualizations provided in the article. If you're a visual learner, this can be a plus. So let's have a look at one of these articles. In this case, we'll look at this one here, Recent California Water Year Precipitation Deficits, a 440-year perspective. And we'll click on that. And the first thing we see here is the record for this article. The record gives us a bunch of useful information. First, up here, we have the citation. We have the authors, we have the source, in this case the journal in which it appears, the Journal of Climate, and which volume and issue and the pages on which it appeared in the journal in print. Next, down here we have the search terms. These are subject terms. And what they are links that link this article with every other article in the database that has this same search term. So if you, after reading this article, decide, this is interesting, I want to look at more of what we have here under rain and rainfall, what you can do is click on this link here, and it will link you to all 11,844 other articles that we have in the database dealing with this topic. Obviously, at this point, you would need to add some limiters once again to get down to a relevant set of search results. but it's one way to find other material on what you're looking for. Finally, down here at the bottom we have the abstract. Now an abstract is basically a brief summary of what actually appears in the article. Abstracts can be very useful when you want to save yourself some time. The worst thing in the world is to go through the trouble of downloading an article, printing it out, reading the entire article, and at the end of it realizing that this had nothing to do with my search topic. So if you read the abstract, you can right away determine, okay, is this relevant to what I'm looking for or not? Save yourself some time. Look at the abstract. Okay, now having read the abstract, we may decide, great, this article is exactly what we want. How do I get it? You go over here to the PDF full text link and you click on it. And what it's going to do is bring up a PDF of the entire article. You want something in PDF format because it preserves the pagination, which you then can use to ease your way for citation later on. Now at this point you have a PDF. You can save it, you can print it, you can do whatever you like with it. In this case we're going to save it, and you can of course save it to the computer, to a cloud drive, to a thumb drive, whatever you like. In this case we're going to just save it to the computer desktop. So I click on the save button, click on desktop, and then the best way to save an article in order to make it easier for you later on as you're doing your research is to save it by the author and the date of which it was published. This aids in citation later on. So in this case, in this article, we're going to see here it's Diaz and Wall, and then the date of publication is 2015. And that way we saved it and we can find it more easily later on. Thank you for watching this brief tutorial. If you have any questions with Academic Search Complete or any of our other databases, please come visit us at the Ref Desk or call us at 316-978-3584.